Game start. High score. Mission complete. Victory.
What's up, everybody? Doc Fortune coming back for round 2 of Risk of Rain 2. Just going to be playing some games on Monsoon. I did a couple of Huntress games. I really like being Huntress. Bandit, haven't done a lot of these characters in a long time. I usually do Huntress, Bandit, or the Artificer. I like all of those. Just gonna go another Huntress game. If you're new to Risk of Rain, you're probably gonna play a lot of Huntress. She's kind of the best stock character that you can get. We're gonna try to do better this game, not dash into the enemy and die. We weren't doing so hot on the items though. Last 2 games I played, we just got really royally screwed on all of our random number generation, and it gave us crap. Gave us crap items both times. So I'm scoping the map out for items. Looks like I made a bad choice because we're not seeing shit. Oof. Fell down here, but there is something on top of this hill. I think it's just money. Money's fine. Oh, here we go. This is a good find. My favorite item in the game. My favorite equipment, I should say. This missile launcher, just short cooldown, homing missiles. The other item that I like to get a lot is the one that calls all the drones in. Let's see what this is, just in case it's that. It's not. That's a decent item. I would take it on other characters that are less mobile, but you don't need it on Huntress. She's already very mobile. Ah, just enough money to not get it. Hope that guy showed up just in time to give us a few more dollars. Alright, this is pretty good. Backup magazine gives us an extra charge on our boomerang. Our boomerang does big damage, especially when it bounces between enemies. So you want to throw it in the middle of a crowd of them. That's why the void cube, or the, I don't know, it's like a black hole. It makes a black hole thing that sucks everybody in. Can be really useful on Huntress as well, because you can pull them all together and then you can smash them with your boomerang while they're clustered up. Having a hard time getting money and stuff. We only have 1 item and 1 equipment, so I'm trying not to waste it on any more equipment boxes. There's been like 3 equipment boxes, which it's nice to have a choice, but we got the best thing on our first try, so these are not bad. The mushroom thing's kind of bad, but the clip and the stun grenade, the backup ammo I should say, and the stun grenade, I think we need 50 for this. There we go. That gives us a little bit more money. It's okay. Rose Buckler's alright. Gives us survivability when we're running, which is pretty useful because that's should be 90% of the time you should be running. There we go with the old 90%. That's my doggy. She's excited at something. I guess I'm not really finding what I need, but I'll try the luck shrine after I fight the boss. Let's go ahead and get him. Who's it gonna be? It's the Stone Titan. Make sure my R is on top of him. Go ahead and hit my Q so that the missiles try to home in on him. One thing you can do to this guy is just stay behind him. He's not really great targeting behind him. And it's also a good way to run away from his laser, which he's about to hit me with now. Just kind of try to circle strafe him. He can't shoot at his own feet in a circle very well. I'm talking all this shit, but I'm almost dead, so I better just let the healing drone do its work and try to focus on staying alive. I'm going to hit my missiles again, and he's gone. So that's good. Got some more lunar coins. I'm not spinning these as much. There was a while where I was doing a bunch of quests and going to the void fields pretty often. So I was spinning them quite a bit. But I'm not as often anymore. We completed most of those quests. We unlocked Acrid. I'll usually go to the void fields on Bandit because he's good at doing them. He's good at fighting in close quarters. And it helps him to get a whole extra full set of items to go into the game with. This was a huge waste. Get a little of this money back. Let's see. We'll go ahead and go to the lunar market. Why not? I can at least choose a level that I want. So we can run down here. Have about 17 lunar coins. You see our drones don't really work. If I had 5 green items, I could give them to this, and I think it boosts your drones or gives you 2 drones that get stronger more that you have. Go ahead and choose that level, the desert level. I'd rather go there than the swamp. And then we just get the hell out of here. There we go. And it let us have this level because we picked it in the lunar shop. I just feel like I generally find better items, or I know the layout more, or I have an easier time. It's superstition. It's all random, but I like this level. Generally, I feel like I have a better time when I play this level. Right now, I'm still feeling kind of slow. I'm not going to waste money opening that because I already have the equipment that I want. The only time I'll get another equipment is if I find an equipment bot. He's fine firing this missile, but if I have a bunch of fuel cell items that allow me extra charges, I probably won't do that, because then I can just fire the missile, you know, however many times I have charges. That's better than the robot getting to shoot it once. There's an equipment bot though. You can give him equipment if you have it. You generally, I don't know how the intelligence on the equipment bot works, but I give him stuff that it's good to use at any time. So if he just randomly heals me, that's probably always good. If he randomly deals damage, probably always good. Anything that frustrates the enemies or heals you is always pretty good to give him. Things that you're reliant on, I wouldn't give them. Like I said, in the circumstances of where I had, let's say, 5 or 6 fuel cells, I would have a lot of charges on my missile launcher. So I would want to keep it, That way I could shoot it several times in a row rather than the robot just getting to shoot it once. If it's the Prion accumulator, which is like I call it the BFG, it's like a huge blast that does a lot of damage, and it has a long cooldown. But if you have a bunch of charges of it from a fuel cell, well, then you basically just negated its only weakness. So that's one I would hang on to and not give to the equipment bot if I had a bunch of charges on it. Also, you don't know that the robot's going to prioritize the targets that you would prioritize. It's not necessarily going to try to kill the same things you would if it even knows, you know, that they're a higher priority. I'm not sure that it does. So we're getting to that where we have a bunch of backups of our secondary ability, which is the mouse 2, right click, our boomerang. Right, let's see what we can get out of here. We're going to double up on the stun grenades because it just gives us more chance to stun every time we hit somebody. So just keep looking around. We know there's not that much stuff over here, not that much equipment that we can pick up because we've gotten most of it. So we just want to keep moving and finding new stuff. The enemies, they'll keep spawning, they'll keep finding us, they'll keep chasing us and giving us their money. Just make sure I didn't miss anything around this back side. I don't think that I did. There's a printer back here. It's like, do I have anything that I'm gonna miss bad enough that I would be upset if I just traded it for whatever's in this printer? Not really. But I'm not gonna risk it. Let's find excuse me, sorry about that. Let's find the exit. And let's get out of here. We can blow whatever extra money we have on those luck shrines after we beat the boss. Maybe it'll give us a few extra things. There we go. Let's see. Beetle Queen, she's right here. We just press Q to get all of our missiles flying at her. Did some pretty good damage right away. She's calling those beetle guards to help her, but she might be dead before they get here to actually do anything. As long as I play this right, there we go, she's gone. Now we can focus on the peons. I'm gonna dash out of this as soon as I can and throw my R on the ground just to kill the people who are running towards me or chasing me. Farm some of them out as they walk through it. Let's see, she gave us a beetle guard, that'll help us. Now we get a beetle guy on our side. It's helping us out a little bit. We should have enough money to get at least a few rounds off of this luck shrine. There's 2 of them over here, so might get a few more items out of it. Never know. Could be something good. Heal up, even though we're full. Alright, now that this is up, let's just go see what we can get out of these luck shrines. Doesn't feel like we got that many items. That's okay. That's okay. That's actually a pretty good item, but I have an item that I like better already, so I'm just gonna keep it. Yep, same deal. Alright. Going on to the next one. I was trying to think if we saw a recycler. I think we did on the first level, but it was before we had anything that we needed to recycle, so much for that. This guy's looking for trouble, I assume. He's running somewhere, trying to get to an enemy to kill on my behalf, so I'll let him keep leading the way. Well, there's a guy right here that he missed. But we'll clean him up. We have some items around here we can farm. Oh, this guy's a big nasty menace. Get behind him, that's usually the best thing to do. He can't deal with that all that well. Alright, what I want to do is kind of start at the bottom and work my way all the way up through everything, so that way we don't miss it all. 202 gets us this item. It's a wax quail. It's just okay, but it'll help us a little bit. You can see the exit is over there. Try to get up to the high ground and make sure there's nothing I missed. We can use this to get rid of our useless items we don't want. There we go. I hate this key, so I'm throwing it away. Get rid of this. Just making sure there's nothing up here that I missed, like this kiosk. Let's get a shield regenerator. I'm having a hard time telling if these are my guys, because I have one of these guys now. Damn it, this key. I could have played a little roulette game with it, but usually I just grab something when it appears. I'll just take the key. I'll show you why, because I can go throw both of these things in the garbage. There we go. See you later, key. Now, if I find a good 3D printer, something I want to use in it, those useless keys will become an item that I wanted, so. Like this. This is attack speed. I like attack speed on Huntress. It combos well with our stun grenade. It combos well with our bleed damage and crits, so guess what? We're trading all this shit for attack damage. And you're going to notice once we get done with this 3D printer that our shots are going to be a little bit more quick. If we can find a willing test subject to display our power on. We don't have enough for that, so we'll just leave it alone, but it did give us an item, a just okay item. I should just go throw it away for some attack speed, but we're already pretty quick. We have triple sticky bombs, stun grenades. So there's a high chance we're going to drop a bomb or a stun on somebody every time we shoot them. More so now that we're kind of doing rapid fire. So more shots just means more chances. Alright, here's the exit. We're not quite ready for this. We're just going to look around a little bit more. To make sure there's nothing over here. Sometimes there is. I can't remember if we've been back here or not. Nope, doesn't look like it. Because we have an unopened present. So now we have a lot of our mouse. I have to remember that. Our mouse to our right click. That'll help us do a lot of damage with that attack. I have to go check over here as well. There's a lot of space over here and a lot of room for there to be good stuff that we could miss. We don't want to miss out on looting anything at this stage because these later levels give you increasingly more and increasingly better items. So it behooves you as you move into the later stages to fully loot. Especially on stages 3, 4. I think that's it. It goes to 4 and then to the moon where you fight Mithrix. I don't think there's anything else up here though. Get this little money capsule. Oh, I spoke too soon. That's pretty good. It combos with our missile launcher and our attack speed. Nope, nothing else that we want over here, so gonna keep evading these guys on our way back to the teleporter exit. I can see it over here, so I'm just gonna beeline towards it. Alright, here we go. This guy randomly appears, so he's going to be annoying. I'm just going to missile him every time that it's up. Hope that I don't hit these guys. We can get very fast once we kill 3 consecutive enemies because we get like this berserker blast thing from our items as well. Taking the time to shoot him while I can, and I'm making sure to throw out all my mouse 2 buttons to get the bounce damage. Seems like it's working so far. Yeah, we're able to burst him down pretty quick. Not a lot of characters benefit this much from attack speed, but I feel with the right build especially, Huntress does. She gets just more of her little shots out. They home in, they do decent damage. You usually feel like you're chipping away on somebody, but you can combo it with all of her abilities and whatever equipment you have, and certainly makes it feel like it's going down faster that way. We got one more stage. Hopefully it's not the same one we got last time. I like the abyssal depths. I think we got, I don't know, some kind of swamp or something. Sundered Grove, the one I don't like. I'm gonna have to try and farm this out a little bit. It's dark. It's hard to see. There's a bunch of ways to fall. There's a bunch of shitty enemies that spawn to give you trouble. So I generally am not a fan of this one. You could say that about all of them, but I feel like Abyssal Depths gives you more room to run around and kind of do what you want to do. Let's get rid. I'll come back to this. I'll use this firework thing to my advantage to help thin out the enemies while I'm opening presents on this level. There we go. We were able to get rid of that thing pretty quick with the missiles. So that was nice. Let's get some more fireworks here to help with that. The beetle's over here beating the shit out of this guy, so that's good. I appreciate him for that. We're able to do some good damage on him there. There's another present right here I just want to get really quick before I go on my merry way. Really, all I want to do is collect presents on this. This is pretty good. I think we can trigger this with the bombs that we stick on people a lot. It'll do a big blast of damage, and it should trigger the Kajaro's band. I see bullets back here. That's pretty good. If I hadn't gotten all this attack speed already, I would have traded scrap for that. But there is a scrap machine over there, so after I throw everything I want out, I can go back and get these bullets. Assuming I find a bunch of white items. I don't know. White items are the most common. This guy has a beam, so I was just trying to dodge it. Damn, we got rid of him. I didn't expect him to go down that fast, but it worked out. What's all these extra missiles that we're firing? We have 2 missile launchers in our inventory. Then we have the missile launcher item. The missiles just home in. Boy, we made these guys mad, thinking that we're somebody. So now they're coming to try and one-shot us. I'm gonna run away from them for the time being. I just need stuff. I don't need a bunch of conflict, if you know what I mean. These guys will probably follow us, but there's some stuff over this way that I don't think I've opened up yet, so I'm just going and looking for it. Damn, we can kind of chop these guys down quick with all of this stuff. So it looks like, you know, sometimes I buy a shit ton of attack speed and then instantly die because I don't have any health or defense. But this time it seems like it's working out in our favor. We must have a good combo. Let me look up here really quick, make sure there's nothing on this hill that I didn't buy. Doesn't seem like there is, so we'll just keep on going down. We want this Chrono Bobble. It combos nicely with our attack speed. Let's make sure there's no more cool stuff down here on the ground. There is some, I see. This one. It's alright. Alright. Here is my plan. I'm gonna fight this thing. I'm gonna fight these things, and I'm gonna throw a million of these boomerangs and press my missile launcher so it does a shit ton of damage to them. Try to stay behind this so that I can avoid their big damaging attack. One of them's already dead. Yep, it's gonna keep doing this because we got it really close to death really quickly. Just want to finish it off as quickly as we can, so we have to deal with this mega attack as sparingly as possible, since it always has a chance to just one-shot us. We got rid of those guys pretty quick. They gave us a decent item for our build, which is the leeching seed or something like that. It basically makes you heal on hit, and since we're constantly spamming out on hit attacks, it's a good way to get our health back up after we've taken some damage. Once I get the teleporter open, I'm going to go recycle some items and trade it for boss damage really quick. That'll also combo well with what we have. Alright, I'm going to... Ooh, I see an item. It's alright. We'll take this, jump up real quick. We know it was kind of over here, up the hill, so that's just the way I'll keep going. Let's see, what are the common items we can spare? We can spare this for sure. We can spare, I guess, this. How about, let's get rid of this. I hate to do it, but we're honestly almost never close enough for it to really matter. And let's go see. Where was that 3D printer? Ah, here it is. I'm sure this will benefit us much more than having the close combat damage. We'll just have a bunch of extra damage against bosses. Got one more. We should be pretty nasty in a boss fight with this much extra boss damage, so here's hoping. Just beelining for the exit. Here we go. Sky Meadow. I guess there's 5 stages, I'm not sure, but I think you always get this one no matter what as your 5th stage. Gives us a little bit of money already, but I'm not super committed to any of those items, so I'm not going to hang out here and wait for guys to spawn. Just gonna run, because eventually there'll be a million of those guys and you won't have to wait for them to spawn. They'll find you. Yep, you can see we had a bomb go off on that guy and it finished him off. Pretty decent build. I'm liking this. Better than the last 2 runs I did for sure. These mushrooms are not that good of a pickup for all the trouble that we just went through for them, but maybe we'll find another 3D printer and have some luck with getting rid of them. Crowbar could be nice. At least 1 or 2. Ah. And like magic, here it is. Can get rid of this. And just do this really quick to try and get rid of this guy because he can be a big threat. All I want to do is get this crowbar with the scrap that I just picked up. It'll help me deal damage to enemies that are above a certain percentage of health. I think it's 90%. But it can make your first 1 or 2 hits deal really strong damage. So don't sleep on the crowbar. That's just good life advice in general too. It's an incinerator drone. It'll deal fire damage to people, so that's fine. We'll just take it. It's extra damage. Let's see. We need to go up. There's usually decent stuff in the high ground up here, up this hill, all along these little paths. So decent, gives us more crit, combos with some of our other items. I'm just trying to get rid of this thing because it has a bunch of armor from being an elite, and it's annoying, and it'll heal and all this stupid bullshit. It's just better to get rid of it, even if it costs you some temporary resources. Looks like our exit is right over here. So that's fine. What we're going to do is go all the way over here because you can see the map sort of ends. So we know that there's like nothing that we're missing. We'll just farm all this stuff. More sticky bombs for the sticky bomb combo. Soda can, or energy drink as it's formerly called, will help us run faster. I'll just get this guy. It's another drone to combo with our other drones. Same with this. Now we'll have a bunch of extra help. I'm gonna go across here. This guy's annoying. If we can get rid of him, we will. He did something that really just wrecked us right there, so I feel like I have to get behind something or I'll die. Yeah, there we go. Like even now I was taking some kind of weird burn damage or something. Yeah, that's why this guy's annoying and you want to get rid of him. I'm gonna missile his ass again in 10 seconds as soon as it's up. I don't think, ouch, he counts as a boss. It would be nice though, because then I could get all this extra boss damage against him. He would be a boss if he was the boss, but since he's not the boss, he doesn't count. If that makes any sense. This is okay. I'll take it. I'm happy with it. Let's go uphill, see what we can purchase up here now that this big douchebag is not boxing us all around. This will give us a boost up to the higher levels. Here we go. We want a fuel cell because it's an extra charge of our missile launcher. Good item. There's some guys around us making noise, but we don't have time to mess with them right now. What we're gonna do is make sure we didn't miss anything here, and then we're going to go over to this boss and fight it. I think we're in a good enough position that we can probably beat the boss of the game, so that's what we're gonna go for. These guys are kind of a weird boss, and I'm not terribly upset about them being the ones that I have to fight, but being in this little confined place against all this shit does make me nervous. See, like, we kind of just need to get out of here for a minute. There's so much crap that's like can kill us in one area. It's scary. But we can get rid of the boss. That's biggest of our troubles. These guys are probably the second biggest of our troubles. And then if the lizard bros spawn, they will definitely be a problem. The elder Lemurians. Looks like there's some stuff over there that we missed. This doesn't have to be the end. We can go pick that stuff up. It may or may not end up being worth our time, but since we're here, since we have all this money, since we're about to just go fight the boss anyway, might as well go try to clean up every little thing that we can. Like, I see a bunch of stuff over there that I missed. Just waiting for the teleporter to charge because it's a pain in the ass to get back up here. So there we go. What we want to do is try to work our way across to the stuff that we didn't quite get. Like, I could see that there was something up here from the top of the cliff. That sucks. We can throw this away though. We can get more crowbars. That's okay. Let's see, the recycling machine is close by, I think. Let's farm it out though, so get everything that we need first. That way we can throw all the crap in the machine at one time. This is a good item. Decent, we're gonna throw it away. Those things will hit you and push you off the map. I don't know if they'll do damage, but they will also hit the enemies and push them off the map. So just keep that in mind if you ever need to use that. Yeah, let's go up here. Good idea, Beetle. Don't quite see anything else that we're looking for, so... Well, this brings us back up to this thing that I didn't want to buy the first time. I guess we'll just get one of these. At least it's healing. Right? And then... I'm just going to kind of try to go back across the way that I came. I think that's everything. Oh, we need to go trade this crap before I forget. Here it is. We can get rid of... What do we want? This has got to go. This has got to go. Get 2 more crowbars, that'll be good. Alright, all this trouble just to die to the regular bullshit enemies on the next level, because that's probably what's going to happen. Let's find out. We're doing pretty good. We have a pretty good build. We can nuke things down kind of quickly. We have another fuel cell, so we have 3 charges of our missile launcher. We might be in good shape for this. So, let's see what happens. Look how your character gradually becomes covered in more shit as you pick up items. Till you just look like you work at Bennigan's or Applebee's or something like that. Got all this flair. I'm covered in flair. We have no move speed items, so that sucks. Oh, we do have the energy drink. I take it back. So when we're sprinting, we have the wax quail as well. A couple of missile drones to complement our missiles that we have in our build and on our equipment, so that's pretty good. This is like the long walk to the fight. They make you run through all this spooky moon shit at the beginning. So you have to activate 4 of these pillars. I can see 3 of them over there in one place. I don't have any scrap. There is kind of a store almost on the left hand side, a place where you can trade out items. Just try to get rid of this thing as fast as possible. It's a big pain in the ass. The fact that we can kill that quick bodes well, because those things will do big damage. They'll ruin your life if you let them. Let's see, can we make it up here? Yes. Okay, so we're just gonna do these because they're all right here together. They should be fairly easy, and that'll just leave us with 1 pillar left to get after we complete these. Here we go. See, the enemies are having a hard time finding us up here. They will eventually. It sounds like they're fighting our allies right now, but nevertheless, now that they are here, they cannot do enough. But I do have to stand inside of this thing to charge it up, so they're all inside of this bunker trying to get to me. That's why I came and did this one first, because it's in an unusual place. The enemies have a hard time reaching this area. There we go, that one's done. We just had to stand inside of it. Just throwing out as much damage right there as I can. This thing is a big deal. It'll hurt us a lot. You can see it has like some kind of super elite status, but we are chunking it quite a bit. Just don't want it to kill us. We've come all this way. We don't want to be killed by a regular old monster. So there we go. That thing's gotten rid of. Let's see what else is in here awaiting us. Nothing. So we're just going to go try to do these really quick. This might push us. I don't know what kind of... There we go. Get rid of this fairly quickly. Have no fear, there's more behind us. But all these little missiles that keep flying off are because of our build. We have like several things that launch missiles, so it's really helping us because they seem to do pretty damn good damage. But the drones and the fact that we have so many are also distracting these flying things, which are probably the biggest threat on this level. Maybe even more than the boss, except for the fact that you have to kill him to progress the game. Alright, let's start this up now that we got rid of all those guys. It'll just... Another one spawned immediately, but it'll make it easier on us. I can tell there's enemies all around me because I have that electric thing that shocks them when they're near. So I'm just trying to focus him and get rid of him as quickly as possible. Now I can turn around and focus on this one. It seems like when we fire that missile barrage, it automatically triggers our critical hit frenzy as well. So I don't know why, but that's cool. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. It might just be a coincidence, or it might be the fact that the missiles are able to land critical hits or something really quickly. I'm missing 1 pillar, which is why I'm having to run around now. I need to go find another one. That thing did pretty significant damage to me just by me letting it shoot me in the face, so I'm gonna have to remember to not Let it do that. We can get them pretty quick as long as we get a boomerang between two of them before they run out. This is sort of the little mini secret shop I was talking about almost. It's like a last chance to trade some of your stuff for and get Will-o'-the-Wisps or a guitar. Those both help you do damage, so that's cool. I'm tempted to take one of these. This is a double jump feather. It'll just help our moves so much. I'm just gonna do it. So we lost 2 boss damage and a shield belt. That kind of hurts. Not my first choices of things I would want to get rid of, but the feather is a double jump. That's just so useful. So useful. So I'm glad we came over here. This will be our last pillar. And then we can proceed to fight Mithrix and hopefully not die, because we've done a pretty good run so far. These things leave crap on the ground when they die, so that's annoying. But we got it. So now we just look for whatever's still lit up. Should be a pillar somewhere. And get rid of these guys. Sorry, I'm mumbling. Just because they're here and they're pretty low already. Looks like our drones did a little bit of work on them. They really don't matter though at this point. Just try to get to the one of these things that's still lit up. It'll boost you into the sky. I don't know why there aren't any on this side of the map. That's pretty annoying, but at least there's light gravity, so that makes it somewhat easier. We do still have a wax quail, so we're getting like a little bit of a boost. Yeah, so this thing now is lit up. We completed all those pillars, and you just jump on it. And it'll shoot you way, way up into the sky to the little citadel where the final boss rests. And we're just going to fight him and see how it goes. There he is. He's spooky. He wants to kill us. He's running right at us. Don't let him do it. He's going to spend some time messing with our beetle and our drones. So what we're going to do is hit him with all of our missiles. He will constantly try to get closer to you. So if he's out of range, don't worry. Won't be for long. We're stunning him. Okay, he jumps. He does his attack that sends out a shockwave. Since we're too far away, he's frustratedly shooting his missile attack at us, but he only does that when you're way far out of range. Ooh! He beat the shit out of us with a quick, sneaky dash attack, which he is also known for. You can kind of get him in our arrow fire this way. He's about to jump off again. Good thing about having the double jump here is it just makes this really easy to dodge. Getting a lot of missile attacks on him. Don't worry, he's not this easy. He's just, this is his first phase. Almost got him. There we go. I think we broke his first phase. So he'll spawn enemies. Yeah. Definitely need to get rid of these guys quickly as possible. So that's one down. I have 20 seconds till my next missile barrage, so I'll try to use it for that if I can. So far I'm doing pretty damn good job of chunking them down with normal attacks. Go ahead and missile barrage just to get rid of him. That way one of these chumps doesn't just pick me off with a lucky shot while I'm distracted. We got another mouse. If we can get close enough, another mouse too. I'll just throw that out. I think this is it for him. And I don't know what's going to happen. Is Mithrix come back now? Yes, there he is. So he's back with a vengeance. Trying to kill my drones. We're going to missile him. Get a little bit of healing from one of my drones there. He's brought some buddies out with him, so you can see on top of Mithrix. We got to deal with his guys. He's doing his big jump. Watch out for that. I try to put my R on him, but he's always moving towards us, so it just doesn't work very well. This is a dangerous move. You just don't want to be standing on the chains if you can help it whenever they deal their damage. Okay, we got through that round of it, so that's nice. Go ahead and missile him again now that it's up. Oh, some of these little peons took some of the missile damage, but we're still getting very good attack speed from our other items, so we'll just keep running. We're having an easy time staying in the air, which is helping us a lot. He's going off again, so let's watch out for this blast. There we go. It's going to get tricky here in a minute because I think in the next phase he steals our items. Whew. I'm going to die from this if I don't do something. Yeah, I was too close to him and the chains killed me. I got hit by them twice. The first time took all my health, and then I was just walking slow like a moron trying to dodge them, and they got me again. It says I was killed by this little lunar chimera bullshit, but he must have just got the barely last hit on me. So if we would have finished that phase, we were really close. We could have bought ourselves some time. Mithrix takes all your items, but then you get them back every time you hit him, so it's not that bad. Eventually you'll get them all back. Kind of a bummer we made it that far and lost, but I think that's going to be it for this stream. If I do any more, it'll be short and sweet, so I do have to go in tonight, but we still have a little bit of time. We'll just see what happens. Thanks for watching along so far, and